I've been thinking about this for a long, long time, and I'm just going to say it now. And the abortion referendum. I've been thinking about it for about 3 weeks now. And what the should I vote? Should we say yes or no? And I think we should say no. Now, just hear me out, everybody. I know you, some people. I know there's some cases, and I'm just going to explain what I think should be done if it goes yes, or if it does stay no, or whatever, or people do vote no in the majority. I think if it does, everybody in this country, or the majority of people vote no, and it goes in favour of no, the no side. I think there should be something for women who get raped and don't want to have the child. I think there should be just that service for them people, or people that's lives at risk having the child. If you know what I'm saying, that's what I think. I don't think it should be just like, I don't want the baby. It's your own fault, to be honest. And I know this sounds a bit harsh. I mean, you could be just forced onto somebody. I know it's a bit harsh. You find yourself in a situation like that, but you have to say no. As simple as that. This is what you have. There's law and order in this country. You have the ability to go to the guards and say this person forced me on him, and that's what happened. And you bring him to court, and they will have a law system in this country. Thankfully, at least it's a bit of a decent one, at least. But we do have a bit of a law system, and we should be thankful for that. But I think voting no would be the best in the Irish interest to keep the population at bay, to keep the population from drastically going down in the next few years. Because there'll be women having abortions instead of having children. It'd be ridiculous the amount of young women that'd be getting pregnant and just getting rid of children. And then they'd be just going out dancing every night. Oh, it'd be ridiculous. It'd be ridiculous. It'd be just like they just go out every night and get a boy and then get it'd be ridiculous. It'd be like America. There'd be abortion clinics everywhere. It'd be just a ridiculous state then. But I do take in rape cases, because I did hear women talking about this, and I was talking to one in it, and I listened to her, and I said, she's right, we should have a special need if it does go no. She is going to vote no, but I kind of stick with her, and since I heard her saying it to me in face to face, I decided myself in that moment of time I was going to say no, if this is not going ahead. I know she said I had to go to England to get the abortion, but and I felt sorry for her, and I did apologise for the state not taking responsibility for her, as she was vulnerable and all that at the time. And she had the child aborted in England, which she wasn't proud of. She said to me she always regretted it, but it had to be done. She couldn't support the child. She was either live on the street. That's what she said to me. That's what she basically said to me. Came out straight away and said it to me. It was either that, pay money for child care and clothes and all that. I could barely take care of myself. That's what she said. With my job, I barely even get €200 in a week, let alone anything else. And then I know there's child things, and that's what she said. There's child care things you get grat for children, school books and all that, but that's a long way away from her. But I honestly think she was right. I mean, she didn't want it. That's what I mean. That's the thing about it. You don't want to have sex with somebody, then you should not be forced to have sex with somebody unless you give permission to have sex with somebody, which is what she didn't want. So I have all the respect for his whole right. I mean, if you do want to have the child, but it's a tough one. But I say no would be the best answer for this country, because unless in severe circumstances, unless your life is at risk having the baby, or you've been raped and you just don't want to have the baby. I understand that. I really understand that altogether. So yeah, I do say no, and that's what I'm going to stick by. And I know people are saying yes, and they do. Some people do have good points on it, but it's best for the country. It actually is so best for the country. This, because I see it as, if this happens to be like America, we'd be getting more and more like America every day. And then there'd be guns brought into this country, which would never happen, because if I have a say, then there will never be guns brought in on every street in Cavan. If I have a say in that. So yeah, I think everybody should just vote no. I'm not going to say you have your democratic right. I'm just saying it's your own choice. I respect the people who vote. If it does say yes, I respect it. As simple as that. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to say it was rigged or anything. The people of Ireland has the decision. The women and men of Ireland has the choice to vote in favour or against. It's up to you. So I'm just saying to my viewers and to the people who's watching this, if I was voting, because I'm not going to vote, I will vote no, and that's my opinion. I'm not saying that you should vote no. I'm just saying I'm going to vote no, and it's simple as that. So yeah, thank you for watching, subscribe for more, and bye.